Janine here, and I am answering a question today from Angel Fire 311. And her question is, after 4 years of not having a period, I finally had a 3-week long one at the end of June that ended July 18th. That's a long time. Since then, my fiance and I have had unprotected sex July 27th, 30th, August 2nd, and August 3rd. A baby would be amazing and welcome, but I did not think I was able to get pregnant because I think I have PCOS. I noticed maybe a couple weeks ago that my breasts started to bother me. First, it started out with just some shooting pains through my nipples. Then, my entire breast was tender to the touch. Now, they feel heavy sometimes, not constantly, and I'm familiar with my breasts. Yesterday morning, I noticed little white bumps on my nipple that were not there before. I have 3 on my right areola and 4 on my left areola, and 1 in the actual nipple. I know some women have these all the time, but these are new for me. My breasts are still tender, and I've been constipated as well. I took a home pregnancy test on August 8th and one yesterday, and they both came back negative. But it's only been 15 days from the last time we had sex. Does this sound like a sign of pregnancy, and when should I test again? I do have an OBGYN appointment, but that is not until September 6th. Thank you, Angel Fire. Well, there's a couple things with this question. First off, 3-week periods are not normal. So right there tells me you're not ovulating correctly. And a couple things, if you have an appointment September 6th, but possibly before that, what you can do, especially if you think you have PCOS, is go get an ovulation kit. You know, the test strips for ovulation. It'll tell you when you are ovulating, when you're not. September 6th is kind of too close to kind of figure out your cycles a little bit. And I don't know if you haven't had a period for 4 years because you've been on something or if you just haven't had one. So a little bit of questioning I would ask you if you're here right now. But beyond that, I don't think it's been long enough to actually test for a period or test for a pregnancy. It's only been 15 days from the last time you had sex. So yeah, it actually could be. It could be just about the time that you would actually test positive. But I would test again in about a week and see if you are positive. If you're not, I would just maybe pick up those ovulation test strips and go from there. The breast issues, you know, that's what's hard about pregnancy sometimes is your symptoms. Your symptoms are the same as when you have a period. So a lot of people have breast heaviness before a period. A lot of people have soreness before a period. So it just, you know, especially after a 3-week long one, I can only guess what your body's doing right now. So my suggestion is definitely pick up an ovulation testing kit. Sometimes people don't do them because they think they don't work. They actually do. So try it out. You do have to pee on the strip every day at the same time. So, you know, figure out what works with your schedule. And don't forget to do it, and that'll kind of tell you when you're ovulating and when you're not. Pregnancy tests. There's a couple things with pregnancy tests, at-home ones. There's so many brands. Some are $20, some are $1 if you get it at the dollar store. Same test. All you got to do is test for HCG in your urine. Any test is going to pick that up. That's the purpose of them. You know, there are the digital versus the regular, and if you are getting like an inconsistent one, test again in a week. Don't just test right away again because you're going to get those same results. That hormone doubles every time, triples, quadruples every day you're pregnant. So in a week, it'll definitely show up again stronger. The hardest thing is the waiting game. You know, you don't know if you're pregnant, and a lot of people, you know, even if you're miscarrying, will have a positive pregnancy test, and then it'll get faded. So things like that, you know, it's very hard, especially if you want a baby so bad and you've been trying, and it's very hard to have to sit and wait, and you have a pregnancy test waiting there. So just be patient, test again, Angel Fire, in a week or so. But in the meantime, pick up an ovulation testing kit and go ahead and start using that. And if you're pregnant, awesome, let us know. And if you're not, just keep trying, and definitely follow up with your OB on the 6th because it does sound like you need some further testing done to rule out the PCOS.